one is everything for the Mutineers.
Yes, indeedy. Subliners v Mutineers. Can we be treated with a another game 5 potentially? We just had a wild series that's going to be difficult to top that last one. Texas versus Ravens was absurd. But we jump in here toward P1, and so far, great job for the Mutineers. They eventually get cleared on out, and now it is time for New York to jump inside of the hard point.
Yeah, with only 30 seconds left, New York are able to find the break. You just got to be able to locate this player and fellow who sneaks his way right on by. You take care of him. You find both the players on the side of Florida who are trying to flip those spawns, and you're maintaining the better side of the map. So final 15 seconds should be able to go in favor of the Florida Mutineers, but now you have to try to execute a break. What's the plan? They're going to try to pursue Shandy's side. They're getting cut down by Priesta.
Yep, Capsule walked away with the final few moments at P1. Big gunfight. Priesta eventually goes down, but Hydra able to stop that push, Jay. I mean, it just feels like when we talk about a series, anytime that the Subliners are involved in it, you almost want to pick New York just because they have a Hydra. This guy has unbelievable explosive potential as they all begin to line up now for New York. That's 5 in a row as a team.
Oh, but that might be a mistake right there from New York. When they find all 4 of those kills, you get a little bit aggressive on the map, and now the spawns are going to flip. It's now with Hydra pushed out the way that he is. He's going to pick up all that information. No one's attacking from the front. But Florida, they have the bodies. They find 3 kills. Last player in the point is going to be Skyz. Just got to get out with your life. Wait for your teammates to get back into play.
You can tell, man, for New York, like Kismet, everybody spawned up for Florida. They're getting ready to make their attack felt, and they just had no idea. Currently beat off the rotation. First player here is going to be player number 6. That's Havok. He eventually drops. Trade after trade we go. New York currently with the numbers, and they need to walk away with these early fights, considering some of the interesting spawns that we just saw toward the end of P2. They handle business. First wave cleared, and now it could be the chance for the Subliners to get back in this game, and who knows, Jay, maybe take the lead.
Yeah, New York now fully set up. You know all of where Florida are going to try to attack from. As the trades are bound through the middle of the map, you have one player in Kismet trying to set up that pinch. He eventually does get taken down, so now Florida have the numbers. You just have to find the trades.
Do indeed, Priesta. Oh, gets cut down. Great gunfight victory there for Big Cap. Fellow ends up eating the nade, and with that, the Subliners very much still fighting for this time. Big 30 seconds still to fight for. This time it's Kismet who's able to win in Florida. They've given it everything that they've got. But Subliners continue to shut the door in their face.
Now we got to cut the losses. You have to make sure you're rotating because already Skyz is going to put himself in a position to be there early for New York. Hydra with the pinch. He's able to cut down the last 2. And now with all of Florida coming off spawn, going to be coming from that bedroom side. Capsule has a big one-on-one versus Priesta. He's able to take him down, but that's going to be New York winning that rotation. There's only 2 bodies here. Florida, they can find the break instantly.
Yeah, it could be somebody maybe like Capsule to help lead the charge. Mutineers, they do rifle their way just through this middle side, and from that, they've got the early seconds. I know, Jay, we talked a lot, right, about this Mutineers roster change, you know, trying to stay solid and search and destroy. Now when it comes down to hard point, we're hoping that they would see improvements there. And well, it's been, you know, okay. You and I talked about it. It feels like maybe Capsule's the guy to circle for Florida to hopefully make this team more well-rounded.
Oh yeah, without question, especially going up against like a team like New York. You have to make sure your SGs are performing, and so far Capsule has answered the call. But New York are able to find the break in the final moments of this P4 hardpoint with only 25 seconds left. Florida are getting those bedroom songs, so they're still going to put pressure on it. Getting those close points, you just have to win a couple of these gunfights. They cannot do so. They cannot win the trades. New York come out on top once again.
They do indeed, and really with that, they've also got rotations set up toward restaurants. So hey, if you're Florida, throw some bodies at it. Not a big deal. Why? Because you're going to spot up at that next HP. I know we've been talking a lot about Capsule, but you got to take a look at the entire lineup here for the Mutineers. Big Cap coming in from the top rope. Another one is trying to come away, as that's going to be 2 in a row for him. Nearly makes it a 3rd. However, Hydra able to laugh his way to a trade in the end. Subliners prepare for the break. Can they find it early? It's the SMG duo of the Subliners who are trying to set up something special. Nearly elite change coming through. New York walking right forward.
And Hydra just hits such a perfect route right there. He's going to block that kitchen spawn to not make it easier for Florida. Just tunnel vision right in towards the diner. They find all 4 kills. Eventually they find the break, which was a beautiful pitch coming in from Hydra. So final 20 seconds, Florida, you got to hold down kitchen control. This is the angle you need to hold so the spawns don't flip. They're not giving up on the pressure, though, as Havok and Fellow, they combine for 2, but they're just going to cut their losses. They're going to rotate and set up properly for the next hill.
I don't know about you, man, but I just feel like our first set of rotations so far have just been, you got the hard point rotation, big deal. It's really been about the breaks. 132 to 96 as we go toward parking lot. As we said, should be an opportunity where the Mutineers were able to get a decent amount of seconds, but New York could have something up their sleeve. More specifically, Hydra made his way behind enemy lines. He eventually does get found out. A nice 3 in defeat here for Florida. As we said, trying to get back in this game, maybe take the lead. They've been so close at a number of different opportunities. Priesta makes his presence felt, and from there, New York strike.
That's good work right there from New York, and more specifically on Priesta. He was the only player towards kitchen side. He finds 2 kills, so eventually find the break, and now flip the spawns. Florida all spawning out towards double deaths. Have to try to break it from the front end. Only 20 seconds remaining on towards top flat. New York are fully set up with all the crossfires. A nade comes in from Fellow, but it's not going to connect. The trophy is down. Can't find the kill onto skyz. So the final 15 is going to go in favor of the Subliners. Now it's time to hit that rotation. And the second rotation of hardpoints. Back to the P1 we go.
I think for New York, man, you're pretty happy with the scoreline that you have after the first set of rotations, most specifically because, I'll tell you what, Jay, like, every time it feels like that New York have been playing Hotel Hardpoint lately, it's gone down to, like, the last hill. It's specifically over at the diner. Oftentimes, they've been on the bitter end of some of those close games.
Definitely have, man. I'm pretty sure 3 out of the last 4 times that they have played this map, they have lost it between the margin of 50 points. They clutch up in that last series versus Toronto Ultra, but so far, New York are in control of this game. They just have to do a better job this time around at this P2 hardpoint. You can't be super aggressive when you find all the kills and basically give Florida those free spawns.
Right now, player 7 and Brack trying to make a play toward the back. The comms here for New York are going to be crucial, so let's go ahead and step aside and go to a listening with the Subliners.
Yeah, I'm just holding. I'm just chop.
I'm hold.
I'm pretty sure one's.
I'm hold.
Yeah, I'm watching our pins.
He's couches on me. Can you help me?
couches. I can get him if he peeks.
He's
me.
on. Nice, good job.
I'm holding P4.
Yo, I'm gonna dive across the engine here.
Ready? P4?
Yeah, I can help you.
Yeah, I'm in
Yo,
P4.
yo, he's back car on me.
One guy's coming down
Yo,
there.
yo, secret wall.
Secret wall. He's not weak on the right.
Be secret on me. Yo, P4 lobby.
Lobby,
Lobby,
yeah,
one shot.
lobby and secret wall. Lobby and secret
Yeah,
wall.
capsule on the lobby heading me.
Yeah, kill him. You're good.
Lobby
Lobby,
heading
lobby.
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 Nice shit. Secret wall, one shot.
Okay, one
Secret
shot.
wall, one shot.
Have
He's
his
pushing
engine out of
up.
sight, bro. He's only 2 on time engine.
Yeah,
2
I'm shot
time,
secret
1
wall.
engine.
Alright, go for it. One, give me out. Cheers. One,
Secret wall, secret wall. Really weak secret wall. Really weak secret wall.
He's
Laying down
He's
secret
still like
wall.
that. Need him. I got the trophy.
Nice, P2 set.
Go, cheers. Probably hole. He went to the hill. Secret pillar.
He's weak on time. Close right.
Other guy's probably hole. Spawn engine. Yeah, I got your hole, okay?
Yo, P4, there might be secret. Help him secret, low key.
Yeah, I need your lobby.
I'm gonna roll.
Watch out. Yo, P2 set. Nice. Yo, in new.
He's in here, okay?
In the week.
I'll have your lobby.
I'm going
storage. Can you go above me?
Hold on,
I'm going right.
Look at the wood cross. One's already in there, right?
Okay.
I had the back wood cross unless they're already
I
there.
have storage. I'm in storage.
I'm waiting storage. I'm leaving this.
All right, well, a nice check-in there with New York. You can tell they were trying to set up a number of different plays over toward the lobby. Not sure if we heard Paco a whole lot so far throughout this game, but Jay's 22 and 16. The man is frying.
Yeah, you don't really got to talk when you put it up the numbers that he usually does, but New York, they were able to find the break with about 35 seconds over towards that P2, and that's why the lead is looking like the way that it is. Now winning that rotation over towards kitchen, they can potentially close out this game here. Florida, they're set up. All around the map, coming from every single angle, the break might be in.
Yeah, it absolutely has to. And I'll tell you what, man, that 30 seconds would definitely make the scoreline look a lot better. It's going to need to be a solid hold toward the end of the kitchen. No contest time. You cannot afford to allow for New York to get a break, even really too much of a contest. Some team shots come forward that will definitely help a little bit here for the Mutineers. Can it be a last-second break now for the Subliners? Kismet falls. Priesta does too. A nice double there for Big Cat, but it's really going to be about this rotation. Scrap points awarded, but you need another big team fight win.
And right now, New York, they find themselves in a perfect scenario. You have skyz that's already pushed out towards bedroom, so he's going to cause problems for all the players on the Florida Mutineers trying to locate where he is as he finds another kill on towards Havok. Look at those spawns for Florida all the way towards kitchen. They have to try to break through single arch, have to try to break through mid couches as New York are just rallying up that time, 25 seconds until they take map 1.
Fellow just went a lovely little headshot there on the Priesta. We'll see if that can make enough of a difference. 50 points is currently the scoreline. 35 still left over at the bar. Fellow trying to lead this team back. Very much so the veteran when it comes down to this roster. However, he gets filled with lead. skyz to the other side. Now at 5 in a row. He eventually drops. Mutineers still contesting, still fighting.
doing a great job of just winning the trade battle. Havok finds 2, Brack eventually flies in for the 3rd, so the final 15 should go in favor of Florida. Now you just have to win your rotations, but you do have Kismet, who spawns out towards back. Also, the break is going to come in the final 10 seconds, but you cut your losses if you are Florida. Now you have to get a flawless hold in towards the diner to get yourself back into this one.
Right now for Subliners, we've talked about it consistently. So many games have come down to the wire. Finally, can it begin to favor them? Mutineers early. They need to go for the team wipe. Capsule doing his job. Havok as well. The same thing can be said, but have New York found their lane. Caprista opened things up. Hydra drops. Wave 1 clear, but here comes the next one. You could tell Subliners, they're trying to work out something, Jay, but they keep losing members.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out what angle they want to attack from. They're going to try to go from kitchen. Havok cuts down one, but Skyz is there for the trade. So far, Florida Mutineers, they have turned up to a whole different level. Only down by 20 points. They cannot win the game here. So you see New York, they should do a great job of taking control of that kitchen side. They're cutting their losses. They know that it's going to make it over towards the platform. You just have to win this next set of fights.
Oh my God, Havok. A big gunfight victory for him. As long as he stays stationary, the rest of the Mutineers can begin to make their way forward. Fellow does eventually drop, but here comes the pressure. Player 5, player 6, those are the guys right now to look out for here for the Mutineers. A big fight that they're going to need to take, and can it be Capsule's opportunity? Yes, he's able to grab it. New York, however, drop him, and now they've got the time. It's going to be another break from the front. Mutineers, they've got to get it done.
Only 5 seconds for both of these squads. Florida, they find the nade kill. They can close it out right now. They are going at New York. Come out doing what they need to do in the map, number 1, but do not have the ice in those final moments. Florida, take their time. Brack was the only guy staying alive towards back kitchen. And then eventually they set up the pinch from the front end. What a big nade kill comes in from Fellow. Relieves that pressure. The stack comes in from Florida Mutineers. And they take map 1.
It's another situation, Jay. It's
Oh
another,
my, man.
It's another hotel hardpoint that is within now 6